What is going on, everyone? Going to round 2. Can't believe we got to a round 2. Alright, well, hey, that's a really good starting hand, so we are going to keep that. You know, if you're going to play a bad deck, at least you get a strong starting hand. That's pretty good, I guess. I still haven't ran a Stolen Identity yet, but I imagine it would have been good if we ever would have played it. Probably. Maybe. Probably. Alright, maybe this is the sick Boros deck. Oh, right, we do play a Riot Gear. Alright, we're going to put that out there. Make this guy realize how bad our deck is. We're playing Riot Gear on turn 2. Deal with that. If you can. Actually, sadly enough, it's actually probably pretty okay against a Boros deck. Alright, I was going to play the Croconura. Oh, now I got options. I think we want to play a slow game. I think. So I think it's going to be Sage's Row Denizen into Croconura. And I will happily trade my Sage's Row Denizen for the Daring Skyjack. No questions asked. And if he's got, you know, Blood Rush or something for a Sage's Row Denizen, more power to him. Can't be a Goblin. They're only 2/1. So this is just hoping to delay the ground game for a second. We'll probably play the Croconura next, but depending on what he does here. We'll probably go Croconura into Drakewing, and then our Croconura is 2/4. Probably not equipping anything with a Riot Gear anytime soon. I mean, he might attack thinking, oh, a Riot Gear, I can't get through that. Happily trade. Very happy to trade. Not only am I happy to trade, I'm happy to pull out a Blood Rush. So, if he's got fine by me. Alright, so there you go. He says, I see your Riot Gear, I'll match you with the Shielded Passage. Again, that's why I played that over Croconura. Much rather have the Croconura. Alright, well now things are getting a little dicier. Lots of options, none of them amazing, I would say. Croconura into a Drakewing Crisis to make him 2/4 and probably live through this. I don't really want to take 6 here, but I don't think I have a choice. I think that has to be my play, actually. I don't think I really have an option. I think I gotta play the Croconura, take 6, play a Drakewing to pump it up. We knew there was a sick Boros deck around there. A sick Boros deck wouldn't be running Shielded Passage, so maybe he didn't get everything that we saw, but these are both beaters for sure. These are both very strong Boros cards, in my humble opinion. So, I would say that for sure that's a strong start. I'm actually almost tempted to trade the Skyjack for the Croconura, but any little Blood Rusher, and I think I have to take 6 here and rush out the Drakewing Crisis and try to get my guy up to somewhere where he can block these guys, although next turn this guy will be first strike, but it shouldn't matter. And this guy will be flying, but again, if Croconura is alive, it shouldn't matter. If I draw a land, or if I draw an island, I will play a Cloudfin into a Drakewing Crisis, and that wouldn't be too terrible. Hooray! Sometimes you say, I want this, and it happens. I mean, Riot Gear is another possibility too, but that's not what we're going to do. Note, he does have 3 lands open in his Boros deck. I don't know what he could have that he couldn't play for 3. So, I mean, he can't have a massive raid. And most of the removal spells are all sorceries, I think. But we're definitely holding back here. It makes it so it's pretty tough for him to attack, I think. And next turn we'll play a Death Cult Rogue. Probably. And maybe swing. I mean, I could swing for 5 next turn. That's actually pretty good. Attack here means he's definitely got some sort of Blood Rush, but I don't think I can not block. Yeah, I think I have to block here. It'll be the red-white +3 +0 +3 +0 +0 +3, right? Was it Martial Glory? Probably got to be Martial Glory, I would think. But it doesn't matter because I can't take 6 and I definitely can't take 9. So I think the plan is to block here and here, and he can keep one of his guys alive. I mean, if I do this, he can pump this guy, these trade, and then he gives this guy alive and my guy dies, so the other thing I could do is block with my Drakewing Krasis. Block with the Drakewing Krasis, then he gives this guy +3 +0 and kills my guy, and he gives this guy +0 +3. Oh, he still doesn't die. So he's... Yeah, I think that's the play. It's got to be a Martial Glory. I at least get one of his guys. I can't take all that damage, so I have to block here. So I think he's gonna +3 this guy, and +0 +3 this guy, which will just leave me with the Drakewing Krasis, which I can make 4/3 if I draw a land, and if I don't draw a land, I'll probably play the Death Cult Rogue. I mean, I guess I could have done it this way too, and kept my Cloudfin Raptor and made it a 2/3. Maybe that's better. Not sure. I'll pause it while he thinks. It's got to be a Martial Glory while he tries to figure out what he wants to do with it. Alright, so it is Martial Glory, and I think he did exactly what I thought. No, he did it the opposite way. Oh no, he did the way I thought. Wow, 2 shielded passages? Running 2 shielded passages, huh? Alright, well that's kind of a blowout. I didn't expect a second shielded passage. I'm not really sure why his deck wants to run a million shielded passages, but okay, so we're gonna play Riot Gear on this guy. Which doesn't let me pit fight anything, actually, so that's pretty not good, actually. I guess maybe I should have played the Death Cult Rogue. I think that was a bad choice. I think I should have played the Death Cult Rogue. I guess I could swing for 4, but then I take 6 back. I'm not going to chump block, though. Right? Not chump blocking. Either, but I can't really chump block, so because we did what we did, I think I have to swing here. It's probably... I think I screwed that up. I think I had to play the Death Cult Rogue there. In fact, I'm pretty sure that that's what I had to do. And I can make my Death Cult Rogue next turn 3/4. Then I can actually use a pit fight. Yeah, that's a bad play. I'm calling it on myself. That was a bad play. Is if I play a Death Cult Rogue, it doesn't... I mean, it almost feels like I have to block with it anyway. If I draw a land, we can play Death Cult Rogue and pit fight. Or Death Cult Rogue and Riot Gear, I guess. Yeah, I think I kind of screwed that one up. And by kind of, I mean I really screwed that one up. I mean, his deck's good other than these 2 shielded passages. I'm not really sure why we're running those, but that last one got me. I didn't expect the second one, and that worked good with Martial Glory to get the blowout, I guess. So, Maybe he's green also? He must be, right? Must be green also? So I think I swing, play a Death Cult Rogue, move the Riot Gear onto the Death Cult Rogue to make it 3-4. Yeah, I mean, we're getting close on life here, but I think that's what we gotta do. I mean, I guess a Blood Rush probably ruins me pretty bad, but... maybe at this point I should just be trying to trade my Drakewing instead of doing what I'm doing. That's a very real possibility as well. Just probably being too aggressive with what I got here. I do have Stolen Identity. If I draw one more land, I'll probably be okay. One more land and I don't even know what I copy, but I copy something. Copy something, swing for 3, copy something else. Copy Wojak Halberdiers, I guess. Alright, let's see if Riot Gear actually does some work for us here. And he's got to have more Blood Rush, I would assume. His deck's got to be running green. Okay. That's scary. There's got to be a Blood Rush here to get in for the win. So I guess attacking here is not good. I mean, I gotta say, these two guys are good, but I'm not sure about 2 Shielded Passages. Alright, well, that'll do it then. So it's Act of Treason. What do we want to do this game? Anything different? I mean, I could run that for Act of Treason, but I don't really think so. I mean, I guess it works good against Martial Glory and stuff as well. Could surprise him. Riot Gear actually seems okay against his guys. I don't think I need to naturalize, so probably just the Scatter Arc. Alright, we'll go to game 2. It's, again, not looking promising. Alright, we'll go to game 2 here. See. Alright, I mean, we need to draw 1 land, but 1 land and 2 Drakewing Krasis, that seems pretty good. We'll run it, see what happens. I imagine he must have green in his deck, because I can't imagine he holds 5 cards. He can't play any of them. I mean, he only had 3 mana, but it's got to be green in his deck. You'll probably see it right here. Maybe he'll save it to surprise me later. Surprise! I have green! So we'll run out the Greenside Watcher. Next turn, if we don't draw a land, we can still play whatever we want. We won't be trading here. Need the mana. But we go Drakewing into Death Cult. We might be able to get there. Maybe. I guess last game I should have tried to trade that Drakewing. I mean, he had tricks and such, but I guess I should have tried to trade. Probably a good 2-drop here. No 2-drop. Alright. So now we actually can attack and then play something, because we're not going to be able to cast anything for 4. I mean, Agoraphobia and Riot Gear, but that's not the goal here. Agoraphobia and Riot Gear is not the plan. Yet. Anyway. Maybe later. And I'd rather get the Drakewing out against this guy. My flyers are probably almost like can't be blocked. So that's what we'll do. I mean, he could run like a Beckon Apparition or something. There's nothing in the graveyard. Didn't see it. He's playing some kind of random cards though. Like he's got 2 of those target creature gets dealt no damage this turn, so gotta watch out for that with the Martial Glory. Definitely some tricks in there, which is why I think just Drakewing Krasis into Drakewing Krasis is going to be the best chance of getting there. I'm not really sure. I mean, he just must not have a 2-drop, but it's kind of odd for a Boros deck. You kind of want 2-drops, but this deck's interesting, so we'll see. Obviously, no consideration to a trade on this one. I guess if I played a Death Cult Rogue, I could block there, but I think I want to try to race here, so I don't know how he can attack there and then not play anything. But let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then if I untap at 5, so I still think I'd rather get the extra damage in at this point in time, or would I think rather than get a Riot Gear out there, it's not really going to do me much good yet. So, I mean, he could have a Massive Raid for 1. That's a possibility. Nope, he's just racing. So, again, I'm going to go ahead and not play the Death Cult Rogue because I'm trying to race here. If Electrickery was in the set, we'd be in trouble. Electrickery would absolutely wreck us. Wreck us? More like damn near kill us. Haha. Oh, I guess that joke doesn't work. But, we'll see. I'm not really sure. Okay. I don't like this guy. I mean, I'll play him if I have like a sick Boros deck and I just drop him out there. Like, he's fine, I guess. But he's not going to be double strike really anytime soon. I might just drop an Agoraphobia on him. Let's see what we draw. I mean, he's not going to probably want to trade with the Greenside Watcher anyway. So, oh, that's a good one. I like that. Well, I don't think he's going to want to trade here, but I'm going to swing for 6, play the Death Cult Rogue, leave the Greenside Watcher up for a Spell Rupture, and I think that'll win us the game. Again, I think Spell Rupture is pretty legit in Simic. I mean, you wouldn't want to run a ton of them, but I think running one of them is pretty okay. Barring something crazy, I'm pretty sure that we win next turn. We're not blocking anything, and we have a Spell Rupture. For 3. So, I mean, I guess the mugging kills somebody. Not blocking no matter what here. I mean, he can't deal 16. And he's dead on board to my unblockable, except by rogues and flyers. So, our plan of hoping Drakewings just get there is probably going to work in this game. Of course, also working is when your Boros deck runs a Foundry Street Denizen and then nothing else until Ordrune Veteran. That's also a good way to win against a Boros deck, is to have them draw no cards between 1 and 4 drop. Okay, now we got a question. I mean, I deal 3, 4, 5, 6 with, I guess I just want to play this now. I don't think he's got... I think Spell Rupture is worth playing here. I think that's a win. I mean, you could have another 2-drop, but I don't think so. I think that's just a win. Maybe maybe I should just wait and play Agoraphobia on that. And I guess I could play Agoraphobia, like Riot Gear my guy, and I'd probably still get through for the extra 1 damage. Because of the trample, so I deal 4, 6. Okay, so that's game over. Okay, so again, I mean, Hindervise isn't going to do anything. I didn't see anything for Naturalize, so I would say that we have a chance. We have a chance if he doesn't draw anything, play any cards between turns 1 and like 4 or 5. We have a chance. Let's go to game 3 and see what happens. Hey, if you were going to tell me after we drafted this janky deck that we'd be playing round 2, game 3 to try to make it to the finals, I would have taken that in a heartbeat. So let's go out there and see what happens. Run it up the flagpole, see if anyone salutes it, and you know, let's give it the old college try. Alright guys, round 2, game 3, the most important game yet, so of course we open with a 1-lander. We are on the draw, but I mean, if we draw an island we might be okay, but I don't think we can risk that. Yeah, I don't think we can risk that. And then we draw into this hand, which has lands and nothing to play. So we're going to keep that and hope to draw some of our, you know, non-7 drops. Probably just jinxed myself. We'll probably draw right into our 2 giant cards. Alright. Croconaur is not bad, actually. We're definitely slow here. We'll get a Riot Gear right out there. Alright, Skyjack's good. Alright, then we'll go ahead and run a Cloudfin Raptor right out there. It's pretty obvious I just drew that or an island. Otherwise probably would have played it turn 1, right? But so be's it. We'll go Croconaur into attack. We could also go Croconaur into offer trade, but I don't know if that's what I want to do. He doesn't have any red yet. I mean, that's a nice sign for us. I mean, you could have your creature takes no damage. That would be bad, but I don't think attacking for 1 damage is worth it here. And I'd actually be willing to take that trade if I thought the trade would work, but I guess if you don't have any mountains, your hand must be full of other stuff that is not mountains. Some good logic. I've got pretty sweet logic. I mean, the other thing I could do is take it and then play Riot Gear, try to make my guy a 2/4. I don't... Alright, I think I'm willing to try to offer the trade here. I'm sure he's got one of those cards. Let's see, there's 2 of them. But, oh, alright. Well, that worked out well. That might mean he has other stuff to play, but I'm okay with that. Okay, now we are in business. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Oh. But if you're going to play bad, it's kind of bad also, because I should have just done 2 damage. So that's what I get for patting myself on the back about the Cloudfin Raptor during Skyjack trade. Again, maybe we can win a game in which someone doesn't draw any lands that they can play cards. Hey, I'm not above taken that win. And we're actually going to go ahead and riot gear up. Shit, I don't know. I guess the Croconora. We have a pit fight. Again, Magic must know that I'm recording and decide that my opponent should just totally get hosed. I will point out, I decided to mulligan my hand without lands of my color. Now, to be fair, he's drawn 3 lands, or he's opened with 3, and he probably just needed a mountain. Alright, well, we're 1 away from a giant Adaphage. The giant Adaphage hits the board as long as he doesn't have like an active treason, which is, you know, bad. Alright, we cleverly made it so that he could not draw any mountains. So his deck is random, I would say. Alright, well, this isn't going to do anything for either of our guys, so we're just going to swing, play Sage's Road Denizen. Ooh, that was close. And probably win because of Pit Fight. In fact, we just win. So, yeah. I mean, even without Pit Fight, we just win. So, this deck is going to go to the finals. This piece of shit deck is going to go to the finals. Alright, well, I take back what I said earlier about this being a bad deck. Clearly, it's awesome if your opponent draws no lands or none of their lands to play cards. That's both game 3s in a row now. I mean, he is running, I would say, questionable cards. Luminate Primordial's fine, but you're not trying to play Luminate Primordial in a fast Boros deck. Like, and you're not really trying to play a controlling Boros deck, and if you were, I mean, like, your best cards are fast. Anyway, we win. I'll go to the finals with this shit any day. See you in the finals.